New legislative maps submitted on Friday could bring an end to the long-standing majority Republicans have held in Wisconsin. Andrea Albers spoke to a law expert who compared the competing plans with justices will now have to select from.
The court is ordering that the maps must contain contiguous districts, meaning you can travel between any 2 points without crossing into a different district. And the maps must not favor one political party over the other.
There are plans from the usual suspects, the legislative Republicans, the Democratic state senators, Governor Evers, then also petitioners represented by some of the prominent liberal and conservative law firms in the state.
Marquette University Law School research fellow John Johnson analyzed all 7 sets of the newly proposed state Senate and Assembly maps.
There are a lot of different ways to measure the partisan impact of a plan. The way I've chosen to do it is to model how the 2022 state legislative elections would have turned out if we'd held them in any of these districts.
He believes it's likely that the Assembly maps would preserve a Republican majority.
The most Democratic-leaning plan in the Assembly is the one proposed by the Law Forward law firm. My estimate is that it would have created 49 Democratic seats in the 2022 election, which is one shy of a majority.
But his analysis also shows a path to change when looking at the maps put forth by Senate Democrats and a redistricting consultant.
It's also worth saying that a couple of the proposed maps would actually probably create Democratic majorities in the state Senate. But it takes a while for that to take effect because only about half the Senate seats are up for election in any given year.
The 2024 state Senate election will cover only even-numbered districts, 16 seats. Johnson's analysis shows the map from the Democratic plaintiffs who brought the case includes the most Democratic-leaning even-numbered seats, followed by the map from Governor Evers and Law Forward.
No plan does best across all of the criteria that the court cares about.
Johnson could not identify a plan that might rise above all others in the eyes of the court.
And so it'll be up to the court to decide which combination of scores on different metrics matters most. That's a judgment call.
Ultimately, what does all of this mean for you, the voter?
Well, you might be in a new legislative district.
If we do get new maps out of this process, Johnson says it could mean a more competitive election year at the state level.
That August partisan primary will be far more interesting than it usually is. You know, incumbents might be drawn into new districts. You might have 2 previous incumbents running against each other in a primary, or an open seat that just has a lot of people throwing their hat in the ring.
What's next? 2 consultants hired by the Supreme Court now have a February 1st deadline to evaluate the maps. That points to the court likely releasing the chosen maps in late February or early March. If new districts are to be in play in November, the Wisconsin Elections Commission has said maps must be in place by March 15th. Reporting in studio, Andrea Albers, TMJ4 News.